Hi folks, Greeno here, and I'm out and about again. Where am I today? Well, not an easy place to find. That's where I am today. I am in the middle of nowhere, and I mean properly in the middle of nowhere. I'm in deepest, darkest Dorset, right in the countryside though. Nearest town to here is probably Dorchester, but that's some way away. I've come up the Piddle Valley, turned right and gone even more remote. I'm in a little village called Plush. I mean, it's not even really a village, it's more of a hamlet to be honest, but there's a pub here just over my shoulder called the Brace of Pheasants. Beautiful old thatched building, proper country pub. Apparently knocking out some really good food. Now, why have I come here? Well, I'm meeting up today with a very good friend of mine. Can you guess who it is? It's someone who's been on my channel. Any ideas? Let me know down there in the comments section if you can guess who I am meeting up with today. I wonder if you'll get it right. Anyway, let's get inside and go and say hello and get some decent pub grub in me. Come on. Well, folks, I've come inside. We're all decorated up for Christmas in here, and this is a proper country pub, isn't it? Look at all this. Beautiful place, exactly the sort of place I like to hang out. Now, have you guessed who my mystery guest today is? You'll be surprised. It's not Gary. This is my buddy Tim, who you may have seen if you've watched the video where we went to El Marino and ate some great pizza in Bournemouth.
We did.
He has driven all the way down from the frozen north.
Bruh.
Found his way to deepest, darkest Dorset,
Very nice.
and we're going to have a nice little Christmas meal.
Fancy meeting you, Greeno.
I know, funny that, isn't it?
Shocked.
Who'd have thought it, eh? I think this is your kind of boozer as well, isn't
Yeah,
it?
very much so. Yes, it's not Weatherspoons. Yeah.
No judgment on here. Don't get political. A little bit. Right, we're going to have a look through the menu.
We are.
You've got a nice glass of lemonade.
I know, because I'm driving.
Oh, marvellous. Oh, you'll be able to give me a lift home then, won't you?
Well, yeah, if you'll ask nicely, I suppose.
Oh, nice one. Thank you very much. Right, so I'm going to get a beer and we'll sit down and have a look at the menu.
Yep.
Okay, we've put an order into the kitchen now. I've gone for the prawn twisters with a sweet chilli dipping sauce as a starter. I'll be interested to see how that comes out. And Tim has gone with the homemade chicken liver pate with a toasted whole grain sourdough. That sounds pretty good too. Now for the mains, Tim has ordered something which I'm not allowed to read out on YouTube. Can you work out what it is from this menu? Local venison meatballs, we're going to call it, I think. But they're a bit of a butcher's speciality, so yeah, we're going to stick with meatballs. Don't want to get demonetised, do we? So for my main course, I've gone with the char-griddled 8-ounce lamb rump served with a fondant potato and red currant rosemary sauce with veg. That sounds delicious. Also got myself a proper pint here. This is actually called 2 Plush Pheasants. It's specially made for them here at the pub by this local brewery here. They're down in Romsey, Flax. It's actually run by the people who used to own Ringwood Brewery, who used to make some really good beers until Marston's bought them. Smells good. Oh, that's nice. Not too heavy, not too dark, as you can see. Just a nice kind of coppery coloured beer. Lovely. Okay, so our starters have arrived. Tim has got his homemade chicken liver pate. You've got a lovely little layer of what appears to be clarified butter or something on the top of there.
Hopefully it's not wax. That'd be odd.
Yeah, well, that looks good. The bread looks nice.
I'm going to dive in if that's
Go for it,
right.
mate. Go for it.
That's really good. Yeah, proper quality, that. Yeah, clarified butter's not wax, we're fine.
Excellent. How's the bread?
Yeah, very good sourdough bread.
Yeah.
Nice, well, as you can see, it's nice and grainy in there. Do you want me to move a bit closer to the camera?
Oh, I'll come to you.
Yeah, there we go.
Marvellous.
Trying not to get my tooth marks all over it. But the actual quality of the pate, nice and smooth.
Yeah. Let's see if we can get inside there. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful.
Butter on top of that to add, because no butter provided, we don't need it.
No.
So,
Brilliant.
Yeah,
well, you
really
crack on with that. I'm going
Okay.
to try my prawns. Okay then, folks. So we have mine here. We have these prawn twists, which Tim just remarked kind of look a bit like parsnips. Very festive. Very festive indeed. We've got a sweet chilli dipping sauce there. And a bit of greenery. Need to get a bit of salad in you, don't you? Especially this time of year where you're eating a lot of rich food. There we go. Interesting. Deep fried in a kind of phyllo pastry. Try it by itself first, and then we're going for the dipping sauce. It's nice inside. I don't know if you'll be able to see it here on camera. Nice chunky bits of prawn in there, but you've got some kind of Chinese spicing in there too, a little bit of ginger, a little bit of garlic. That works really nicely actually. Going with a bit of a sweet chilli as well. Now, hopefully this has got a nice little bit of a kick. Sometimes sweet chilli sauces, I think, focus more on the sweet than the chilli. I like it a bit the other way round. That's good. That has got a naughty little kick to it, let me tell you. Oh, yeah. That is nice. And do you know what? With the little bit of sweetness it's got too, this could work with all sorts of things. Sweet chilli sauce on a cheese board. Try it. It works. I'm impressed so far, Tim. You?
really good. Yeah, top notch.
Excellent. See you in a minute. Right, after the success of the starters, we have just been brought our main courses and they look phenomenal. So, as you'll remember from the ordering, Tim has ordered something I can't really talk about on camera. We're going to call them large venison meatballs. For those of you in the UK, you'll know what these things are and why we're not mentioning the name on camera. But they look really good, don't they?
Absolute woke numbers. They do look absolutely fabulous.
And you've got a nice pile of mash underneath, some nice fresh garden peas, and a beautiful gravy over the top. Nice and glossy. Look at that.
Right,
go for it.
mate.
Go for it, mate.
I'm going to try the meatball on its own.
So this is venison meatball, of course. So fans of Bambi, look away now.
Lovely. Good, really good seasoning inside.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, that is superb.
Excellent.
Yeah, that's really good. I'm gonna...
It looks a nice coarse kind of ground meat, so not too fine, nice and chunky.
Now, I don't usually have venison, I have to say, but this is a revelation. This is really good. I'm going to put a bit of everything on there. So I've got a bit of a mash, a few garden peas, and I shall try and drizzle a wee bit of gravy on top. See if I can get this in the garden.
Look at that.
That works. That's really good.
Excellent. Good mash, nice and
I
buttery.
was going to say, buttery, smooth, delicious. Lovely.
Cracking. Right,
Diving in with this.
right, crack in and enjoy. Right then, folks, so mine looks just as good as Tim's. I mean, that is proper pub grub, isn't it? But elevated to another level. Here, I've got my lamb rump. We've got the fondant potato there. We've got some red cabbage underneath. Look at the sheen on that gravy, on that sauce. It's like a red currant gravy. And we got some tender stem broccoli there. Or broccolini, as some people call them. This looks and smells divine. It really does. So, got a nice sharp knife here. But I'm going to move the lamb rump to one side for a second. Save the best till last, they say, don't they? And we're going to try some of the other bits on the plate first. So, red cabbage. That is always a great winter vegetable, isn't it? Now, I'm wondering how much spicing and whatever's gone into here. Quite often, if you're having red cabbage, sort of around Christmas time, you'll get apple put into it, cinnamon, various other bits and bobs. Let's have a try. And that's exactly what we got here. I'm getting earthiness from that red cabbage. sweetness from the apple and whatever in there, and then those kind of Christmas spices. Not too heavy on cinnamon, which is good for me. I think I can pick up a bit of nutmeg, that kind of thing in there. Wow. It's cooked beautifully as well. Very finely shredded. Almost kind of like coleslaw kind of consistency of the cutting of the vegetables there. But there's still a little bit of bite there, even though it's kind of been stewed down with the apples and everything. That's really, really tasty. We'll try this broccoli now as well. Now this is in the red currant sauce already, so we'll be able to have a little taste of how that is at the same time as the cookery of the broccoli. We all know what broccoli tastes like, don't we? Again, cooked very, very nicely indeed. A real good amount of bite to it still, but not raw. That's very tasty. And the sauce on there is a deep, rich sauce with a little bit of sweetness from that red currant in there. Really, really very tasty. Now, can you see this fondant potato? Really nice colour to it, and it feels nice and soft in the middle. And as I cut into this, it almost feels like mash. Yeah, fondant potatoes are one of my favourite types of potato. You don't see it often, but when you do, it's a real treat. Let's give it a try. That is delicious. Buttery, nice flavour from the charring on the outside of it, and lovely and soft inside. That is a real treat. Tim's making short work of his meatballs over there. Yeah, trying to eat quietly off camera.
It's a shame.
Luckily he hasn't got anything crunchy on there. So, onto the star of the show though, this lamb rump. Now look at the size of this piece of meat. Lovely thick piece. Got the skin on the top, which has got a nice crisp to it. The fat rendered down. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it open, straight down the middle, and we'll have a look inside. Look at that, folks. Lovely and pink in the middle, steaming hot. Nicely rested too, it's not leaking onto the plate. That looks proper, doesn't it, Tim?
I'm very jealous. Can we have seconds?
This is what you're going to order for dessert, is it?
Yeah,
Lamb rump for dessert, please. So, nice little slice of it there. I'm going to dip that into that red currant gravy. Oh, I'm excited. Yes, yes, yes. That is wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. The lamb just cuts beautifully. It's so nicely cooked. Such a good quality piece of meat. You try it by itself. Lovely flavour. The meat is so tender. You're picking up flavour because of that crispy skin, and a little bit of fat still on the top, even though it's mostly rendered down. That all adds flavour. This is good, solid cookery. We're not looking at things being fancy. We're looking at good ingredients, treated well, with care, with love. Oh, my word. This is great. We were chatting beforehand with the lady running the service today. She said they have 8 rooms here that they let out. They're like a sort of mini hotel in the countryside. And a lot of the trade they get when those rooms are booked out are from the people who actually stay here. Because once they eat here once, that's it. They don't want to go anywhere else. And I can see why. This is proper food cooked well. Okay folks, when the food is this good, you cannot skip dessert, it has to be said. So between us, me and Tim have gone for 2 desserts. Read them off the menu so we get it all right. Here we have the sticky toffee pudding with a sticky sauce and some ice cream. Kind of looks like a caramel ice cream. Oh, look at that, Tim's passing the other one over as well.
Service with grimace.
Now this is a spotted dick.
Richard.
Oh yeah, spotted Richard, just in case we get demonetised. I think we're all right saying spotted dick.
Richard.
And that's that's with custard. Looks really, really nice. So what we've decided to do, because neither of us could decide which one we wanted, we're going to swap halfway through, basically. So, sticky toffee pudding to start. So this looks a really nice, gooey dessert. Look at that, all covered in that lovely sticky sauce. There's going to be dates in here, maybe walnuts, we'll see. A really nice sponge, not too dense. It cuts quite nicely with the fork. Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to this though. Wow. There are walnuts in there. Whole pieces of date as well. I can feel them as I'm chomping down on it. The sauce is soaked into that sponge as well. Goodness. I don't know if I can show you this close up so you can see the consistency of the sponge there. It's lighter than a lot of sticky toffee puddings would be. But I think that's a clever touch. Sometimes they can be a bit dense and a bit heavy at the end of a meal. Not this one. Wowzers. That is yummy. Right, you've got to get a bit of this ice cream as well. Let's try that first by itself so we can determine what flavour it is. A little bit of toffee in there, so it's kind of toffee, butterscotch, something like that. Oh, that's nice. Really creamy, really smooth. And we'll try it all together, and then we'll let Tim have a go on it. That I like. I quite like a hot dessert with ice cream, so you get that kind of hot, cold combination together. Wow. Real quality there. Time to try the spotted dick now.
Richard.
Okay folks, here we go. Now this is a homemade spotted dick. Now spotted dick is kind of like a suet pudding, and it'll have raisins or sultanas in there. A very traditional British pudding. And we've got some nice custard here, which hopefully is going to be a nice homemade one. We're not going to get a tin of ambrosia or anything like that here, I don't think. We'll try that first. I love custard. Nice, smooth, creamy, sweet, good hint of vanilla in there. A very, very nice custard. So we're going to crack this open now. We'll have a look inside it. There we go. So you can see the raisins, sultanas, whatever inside there. Bring that up to the camera for you. Look at that, steaming hot. You can see the steam coming off of there. It's a steamed suet pudding. Oh, it just smells great. It really does. So, let's get stuck in. Like I say, this is a proper traditional British pudding. Sort of thing they'd have had in wartime, but maybe not as luxurious as this. So, because of the suet you got in here, it kind of makes it feel a little bit of a denser kind of pudding. Certainly than the spongy, sticky toffee. But it's got such a lovely consistency. And the bits of dried fruit in there, because it's been steamed, they take on some of that moisture, plump up. Goodness. That is a proper pudding. This is stick to your ribs kind of food. Not heavy, don't get me wrong, it's not a heavy dessert, but it's going to keep the cold out this time of year. Okay then folks, myself and Tim have come out from the Brace of Pheasants into the car park. What a great lunch we've had.
Oh mate, it was delicious.
Wasn't it good?
Really good, yeah.
All the food was great, the beer was great. How was your lemonade?
Oh, lovely.
And the service we got from Nicole in there was fabulous, wasn't it?
She was brilliant.
She really looked after us well. Yeah. She was explaining the dishes, explaining what's going on with the pub and whatever. Really, really friendly, great service. And it wasn't just for us, it was for everyone in the restaurant that was there.
And they had a pub dog.
They did have a pub dog. Now, I'm a
dog was ace.
little bit allergic to dogs myself, but you know, not enough that it stopped us having a little smooth at a dog. So, let's talk about this bill. Now, I had 2 beers, because, you know, it's Christmas after all.
And I'm driving. And
he's driving. The lemonade, 2 starters, 2 main courses, 2 puddings, and it's come to £89.80. Now, I don't think that's expensive, really.
Not bad. That's not bad at all.
Considering we're sort of like a destination, foodie kind of country pub.
Yeah.
You know, that's, well, if you take the drinks off, it's less than £40 a head.
Yeah.
Which I think is perfectly acceptable for the quality of food that we had and the service we received.
Yeah,
I think that's really good.
I totally agree.
Yeah,
when you've paid more for worse.
I definitely have paid more for worse. Coat again. Still got a bee in my bonnet about that Christmas lunch. So yeah, so I think this place is really good. There are locals in here eating, and people who've driven here from a little bit further afield. Seems to have a really good reputation, both locally and outside of the village. Really good. So, would I come here again? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, as
Mrs.
would
Greeno
you.
would like it.
Mrs. Greeno would. Oh, don't tell Mrs. Greeno. She'll want to come here for dinner. Oh, good Lord.
Yeah, sorry, that ruined it. Oops.
But yeah, but it was really nice, a real treat.
Yeah.
As is spending time with my buddy Tim, of course. Driven all the way down from the frozen northeast.
For lunch.
For lunch, basically. No. Yeah. No, he's down visiting family. It's Christmas, so.
Yes.
You know, got to be done, hasn't it? Hence the Christmas jumper. He's got
the effort.
He's got the venison on there that he's just eaten.
I know, it's delicious.
Some people are barbaric, aren't they?
Delicious meatballs.
But no, it's been great to see you, Tim.
And
pleasure as always. Pleasure as always. I will be up your way at some point in the new year.
Absolutely.
So we'll catch up then. Yeah, plenty of places in the northeast to go and eat.
Yeah, icebergs.
Not been to Whitby yet. That's not too far away. So, anyway. Oh, blimey, it's a traffic jam going on in this little village.
25.
Right, so a score. A score out of 5.
Ooh.
Is there anything that stops it being a 5 out of 5, Tim?
No,
absolutely I don't think so either.
Definitely
I don't think so. I think the price is reasonable, the quality was superb.
Yeah.
Local ingredients used as much as possible, and great service. Loved it. 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
Greeno's green light. Every single day of the week.
Oh yeah, twice
fabulous.
On Sunday. Definitely can't go wrong.
Twice on. No, we're too old for twice on Sunday, mate.
I know.
Right. So, if you've enjoyed this video with me and Tim here at the Brace of Pheasants in Plush in rural Dorset, don't forget, click a thumbs up on there for me. It does help with the channel. And if you enjoyed this video, why not search out the other one that Tim was in, where we went to El Marino in Bournemouth. Another cracker. And then maybe you'll want to subscribe to the channel.
Or not, if you're seeing me.
Or maybe you'll want him to set up a channel. Who knows? And you'll forget all about me. Anyway, we've had a nice little pre-Christmas meal, haven't we?
Yeah, lovely.
Hope you all enjoyed a festive season. And I'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye for now.